This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore.
You know things are bad when Fox News reporters, on-air listen, there are only a smattering of reporters employed by Fox News who are decent, who are good at what they do and try to do it objectively. Very few. Jennifer Griffin is one of them. And Jennifer Griffin went on with Trey Gowdy yesterday and she had to fact check a previous guest, retired Colonel Doug McGregegor, who is a Trumper if there ever was one. And turning off a phone call, reaching, trying to... And he was on prior to her. Apparently Trey Gowdy is a talent and gets to have a show. Fantastic. And he McGregor was extolling the virtues of Putin and that we should leave them alone and it is a good thing. I mean, he was asked if he believes Russia should just be allowed to take whatever part of Ukraine that he wants. And the quote that he said was, "Yes, absolutely. I see no reason why we should fight with the Russians over something they have been talking about for years, and we chose to ignore it. And more importantly, the population there is indistinguishable from their own." It's Russian propaganda being broadcast on Fox News. One guest leaves, Colonel McGregegor, followed by the reporter on the ground, Jennifer Griffin, and this took place.
Welcome back to this special edition of Sunday Night in America. Images of strength and resilience from the Ukrainian people serving as a beacon of hope for the future of their country. But what does that future look like? What future does Vladimir Putin face, or Joe Biden? There are few people who can fully grasp the scope of this conflict, and one of them is our own Fox News national security correspondent, Jennifer Griffin, who joins us now. Jennifer, your insights on Putin have been so helpful and on point. What can you tell us about Putin that allowed you to see this, frankly, so clearly from the outset?
Well, thank you, Trey. And before we get started, I just heard your last guess, and I feel like I need to correct some of the things that Colonel Doug McGregegor just said and I'm not sure 10 minutes is enough time to do so, because there were so many distortions in what he just said, and talking about the West and NATO vilifying Putin and sounding like an apologist for Putin, and talking about how he thinks he knows how far Putin wants to go. I don't think anyone that I've spoken to here at the Pentagon or elsewhere in Western intelligence believes they know how far Putin wants to go. And I think that the world has seen what Putin is capable of. And to blame NATO membership for what we've seen Putin unleash, we've seen from Putin's own words that he is talking in czarist terms from a 19th century view of imperial Russia. So what he just said was so distorted that I do feel that our audience needs to know the truth. In terms of Putin, I've known and seen Vladimir Putin operate since 1999 when I was based in Moscow for Fox. It's where I started my career with Fox. And Vladimir Putin is a former KGB agent. He's been laying the groundwork for this, and he's been, whether it was invading Georgia in 2008, we've talked about the invasion in 2014, the kind of appeasement talk that Colonel Doug McGregegor, who should know better, because when he was in government, he was the one who was advising President Trump to pull all U.S. troops out of Germany. That kind of projection of withdrawal and weakness is what made Putin think that he could actually move into a sovereign country like Ukraine. Trey?
Yeah, Jennifer, it takes a lot to surprise me. At my age, I was pretty surprised at Colonel McGregegor. I mean, his view of life is, well, Russia's been telling you they're going to do this, so they did it. I found his take on it stunning and disappointing.
That is a smackdown by a Fox News reporter of the Fox News narrative. And in my assessment, if not for her long-standing employment with the company, she would probably be gone. Jennifer Griffin having been there since 1996, since the founding year of Fox News. But this shouldn't be news. That a reporter tells the truth and fact checks a guest in near real time, it shouldn't be news. But because it's Fox News, it is. It is a shocking moment on Fox News television. Because they traffic in foreign propaganda, lies, disinformation. The narrative of the Russian government was being just unfettered broadcast to millions of Americans. And if not for the intrepid reporting and fact-checking in real time by Jennifer Griffin, it would have gone unanswered. Because Trey Gowdy, what's he going to do? Push back? He's also a coward. Gross. What do you think, though? I would love to know. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me, daily@dollemore.com. Follow me on social media. I am at Dollemore just about everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, even on the TikTok. And listen, if there are other people out on this platform that do more for you, that bring you more value, go support those people. Throw them a couple bucks a month. But if I am your flavor of political commentator, please consider supporting and producing my work here for as little as $1.99 a month. You can become a channel member by clicking the join button below there, or you can go to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Both those are fantastic ways to support my work here. Anyway, I love you guys. I will see you next time. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.